Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Mapula Malachi. Our crew went out to a debate about Nigeria rebasing its GDP. This next insert will help us understand what impact this has on the city of Johannesburg.
We are not competing with Nigeria in any way. We are not competing with Kenya or any other country in the continent. Instead, we are celebrating good decisions taken, and now we are reaping the fruits.
This conference is hosted by the Gauteng Department of Economic Development, where we are as Johannesburg. You know, if we speak of Sandton, we're speaking about the kilometer by kilometer GDP of Gauteng, of companies located around here. We chose to host it here because, as I've indicated initially, over 35% of the GDP of this country is generated from Gauteng.
Presently, Nigeria has got about 40 million citizens that are in your middle strata. That in itself actually gives you a bigger base for you to go and sell your products. So whatever companies that are South African that are there, we are very certain that in essence they will actually reap the fruits.
Most of all the companies that operate in Nigeria are mainly from Gauteng, and therefore the issue of the growth of the Nigerian economy is an important element for Gauteng and South Africa.
For us, if we are to trade with Africa, we must trade with economies that are rising.
Hi, I'm Rebecca and you're watching Joburg Today.
Keep in touch with us through social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today, liking our Facebook page, joburgtoday.tv, and while on the go, you can check us out on pockettv.mobi. And don't forget, hashtag Joburg Today. Noshina Mohammed had a chat with the Group CEO of the Gauteng Growth and Development Agency.
Joining me in studio now is the CEO of the Gauteng Growth and Development Agency, Mr. Siphiwe Ngwenya. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show, Joburg Tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you for inviting me.
I just want to talk about a project that I'm hearing exciting things about, a Chinese company creating a city within a city. Tell us about this.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is a project of Mr. Zendai in Modderfontein. This is an investment where it's going to build a new city in terms of his vision, a city bigger than Sandton, with a whole range of different services around it, a university, community-based, and they are actually talking about not a city where people come and work and go, but a city of people living within it.
That is like wow,
yes,
for Gauteng.
Absolutely. I mean, it's looking into taking on different concepts from Shanghai and other places and creating an integrated living area which has got working places, production places, schools, university, and many other places.
So has the blueprint been drawn up? Is there a prototype of the city that's going to be constructed?
During the launch of this project, yes, there was a presentation done by Mr. Zendai through one of our services that we offer here through our agency, which is called the Gauteng Investment Center based in Sandton, which is a one-stop shop services that brings together services of Home Affairs, SARS, DTI, and many other related services of government. So that as an investor, when you come in here in Gauteng, rather than you walking around in different offices to get a permit for land, a permit for establishing a business, dealing with SARS on the tax issues, do all those things in one area. Through that office, we're able to assist and facilitate also the services that are required for the Modderfontein development. It is actually an exciting, bigger project that is coming up. The whole range, as they say, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. What we're looking forward to is how Mr. Zendai and the investors of that project will ensure that it is well integrated within the marginal communities that are around there, which is people from Tembisa, people from Alexander, and the other areas, so that they can have a meaningful benefit of this particular development.
And the integration can be a lot more smooth. So I'm assuming it's going to uplift those communities as well.
It's going to change the landscape.
Have you looked into those plans?
Yes, it's going to change change the landscape of the eastern part of the area next between Ekurhuleni and Johannesburg. The piece of land straddles between these two municipalities. 20% of the land is in Ekurhuleni, 80% of the land is in Johannesburg. So there will be a whole development that impacts on these two. But where this operation is, it is just 1 or 2 stations away from OR Tambo. So it's also very much closer to the airport, and its proximity to the airport gives it also another advantage into looking into how it will relate to the bigger project of the Erythropolis, which is an operation and a project of changing Ekurhuleni Airport, not for us to look at the OR Tambo Airport within the boundaries of the fence of the airport, but all the interrelated services that are offered outside the fence of the airport that create a city airport services. And therefore, with this kind of a development of a city, you are looking at changing the whole economy of Gauteng.
That's really amazing.
In that particular area.
What time frame are we looking at?
Well, in terms of that, we are not driving that project per se, as it's a private investment. Mr. Zendai bought the land from AECI, which was owned by AECI, and that transaction has now been concluded. The interaction now with government is to look into how we facilitate issues of environmental impact assessment, issues of facilitating of various investors. And in actual fact, the opportunity that it gives us in there, with a university that is going to be started in there, it gives us an opportunity to engage an investor in modeling a university that can respond to the needs of Gauteng. If we speak about a global city region, and we have a global city region academy of government, which is mainly an academy that trains government
This
civil
university
servant.
will be privately owned?
It will be a privately owned university. Therefore, it gives you more leverage in terms of how you shape and engage in the curriculum development and the curricula that will actually respond to the needs of Gauteng. People in other countries, you go to Australia, they have a Bond University. Mr. Bond, as an investor, had to think around how they can influence that university to train people who will fit the market that they are shaping. So we also have an opportunity to say how we can influence that investment and university, that it doesn't become just a China investment in South Africa, but it is a China that has got that is rooted in terms of the African development and the agenda that Gauteng is driving to grow the economy of Gauteng.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Vusi, and you're watching Joburg Today.
To see more of that interview, check out Joburg Tomorrow, and we have a new cap talk for you. That's it from me, Maps. I leave you with a song by Howie Combrick, Don't Be Saying Goodbye. Cheers!
Back in ETV.
You're holding my hand with such style. It's telling me that you love me, girl. You're making me dance up in the clouds. Radu-ba-de-be-da-bum. I look me in the eye and believe the words that I say when I speak to you. Damn girl, you're the love of my life. No, now don't you be the one to say goodbye. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight. Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye. My dear, don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye. My dear, don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying your goodbyes. My darling, no, don't be saying goodbye. My dear, oh yeah, don't be saying goodbye. goodbye. You're taking control, leaps of faith, as you lead me through these trees. It's making me wanna sing and dance and jump up high, higher than before. I know it's not always going to be this way, but I pray you stay the same, my darling. No, don't change a thing. No, now don't you be the one to say goodbye. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight. Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying your goodbyes, my darling. No, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Oh yeah, don't be saying goodbye. Ra-do-ba de be da boom, ra-do-ba de ba ba ba, ra-do-ba de be da boom 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 boom, ra-do-ba de be da boom, ra-do-ba de ba ba ba, ra-do-ba de be da boom boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, now don't you be the one to say goodbye. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight. Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying your goodbyes, my darling. No, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Oh yeah, don't be saying goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye.